Day 13 of the invasion, major Ukrainian cities are still being bombed, leading to a humanitarian catastrophe. Up to 2 million people have been forced to flee. The war is spilling out of Ukraine. It is reaching your doorstep. We've been telling you about all of this. The Russian invasion will have repercussions for everyone, for all of us. Russia has issued a new threat to the West now. It will turn off the energy tap. If Russian oil imports are banned, Russia will also stop supplying gas. This is blackmail. Russia is holding the global energy markets hostage, and the West, especially Europe, is fretting. So here's a question. Are Western nations ready to sacrifice their economies? Are they ready to dump Russian oil and gas to save Ukraine? Do they have an alternative? More than one question. And these are very important questions, not just for Europeans, but for all of us. The answers to these questions will determine how much you and I pay for petrol, for fuel. Here's how things stand right now. Oil is on fire. Fueling it is the conflict in Ukraine. Analysts are making doomsday predictions. They say oil will touch $150 per barrel. That's the highest ever recorded price of crude oil, $150 a barrel. What is Brent crude? It is the global benchmark for oil prices. How much is one barrel? Approximately 159 liters. Now, over the weekend, oil crossed $130 per barrel. It was a 14-year high. To put this hike in perspective, let me show you some more numbers. In December, one barrel of crude oil was priced at less than $70. Less than $70 a barrel. We're now in the month of March. The price has almost doubled. 100% jump or thereabouts. And it's not stopping here. By all indications, prices will go up further. That's because the West is considering more sanctions on Russia. Their target this time will be Russian oil. Moscow has called their bluff, though. The Russian deputy prime minister issued a threat. He told the West, if you ban Russian oil, there will be no gas for Europe.
Due to
unfounded accusations against Russia regarding the energy crisis in Europe and the imposition of a ban on Nord Stream 2, we have every right to take a mirror decision and impose an embargo on gas transportation through the Nord Stream 1 gas pipeline, which today is loaded at the maximum level of 100%. But so far, we have not made this decision. Nobody will benefit from this. All the European politicians are pushing us towards this with their statements and accusations against Russia.
Но пока мы этого решения не принимаем.
You could say Russia is threatening an energy Armageddon. Analysts say oil will sell at $150. Russia's prediction is much worse, though. It says if their oil is banned, one barrel will sell for $300. It's a scary prospect, $300 a barrel. Can Russia do this? Can it really declare an oil war on the world and inflict this kind of damage? Moscow says it can. It is among the top 3 exporters of oil in the world, and the West is among the biggest buyers. They want to punish Moscow for the invasion, but they cannot stop buying Russian oil and gas. Consider these numbers. Even now, Russia sells 5 million barrels of oil every day, 5 million a day. More than half of this is bought by the European Union. How much money does Russia make from this? Around $700 million every day. What about natural gas? 70% of Russian gas exports go to the EU and the UK. Just by selling to Europe, Russia makes $400 million every day. Add the two, and this is what you get. The West pays upwards of $1 billion daily to Russia for oil and gas. So far, the West has kept Russian oil and gas out of its sanctions regime, which means Europe has been funding Putin's war machine. Going by some estimates, Russia has already made more than $100 billion in revenue from oil and gas exports this year, $100 billion. That's over 50% more than what Russia's finance ministry had projected. Moscow has now weaponized the very same supplies. Its message is quite clear. Stay out of Ukraine or run out of gas. And it is a tough choice for Europe. Can they still go ahead and sanction Russia? Reports say Germany, the Netherlands and the UK are having second thoughts. Even the United States remains non-committal.
Well, no decision has been made at this point by the president about a ban on importing oil from Russia, and those discussions are ongoing internally and also with our counterparts and partners in Europe and around the world. I would note that what the president is most focused on is ensuring we are continuing to take steps to deliver punishing economic consequences on Putin, while taking all action necessary to limit the impact to prices at the gas pump.
That could change as we speak. Multiple sources say the US will ban Russian oil, but remember, America's dependence on Russia is quite low. Only 8% of Russian oil goes to the United States. So if Europe does not join these sanctions, America's ban will be largely symbolic. So as things stand, the West keeps talking about punishing economic consequences. That's a phrase they've often used. But they haven't been able to ban Russian oil and gas. They're protecting their economies and they're bankrolling Russia's war. Ukraine continues to bleed and the rest of the world has begun to suffer because Western sanctions have created a panic in the market. There is no interruption, no disruption of Russian supplies yet. But the fear of curbs has pushed up oil prices the world over. India too is feeling the heat. It is being forced to pay more for fuel. At the current prices, India's oil import bill could rise by $60 billion. India's crude oil import bill is set to exceed $100 billion. And there's more bad news. The Indian rupee is weakening. $1 is now worth almost 77 rupees. It's a lifetime low. The stock market saw some recovery after yesterday's carnage. What about oil prices? They haven't been hiked yet, but it's only a matter of time. Russia's war means biting inflation for all of us. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.